Well, good afternoon, Tony Virtue speaking, Virtue and Partners with our regular monthly update, and good to see some spring in here. Look, hopefully the rain's behind us, and as you can see, the weather's picking up there, and good to travel a little and see overseas clients. Well, we're through the earnings season now. Look, to my mind, pretty patchy. The health sector struggled, the CSLs, the Sonics. I think it's just one of those situations where it is just harder to drive top-line growth. The banks did okay. The dividends held up. Long and the short is you're seeing this artificial intelligence coming through now. It's very much a case of reducing costs while retaining, as best you can, your margins there. That said, market's close to an all-time high, and I think you just got to be realistic now that a downturn of 5-10% is relatively common. Sort of September, October is a traditionally difficult time for equity markets, but again, globally, US at an all-time high. That's probably driving things along, and you can see in my notes there, the Magnificent Seven still where the growth has come from. Nvidia, the highest valued company still in the world, followed by Microsoft. The question now becomes, how can the actual users of artificial intelligence run better businesses? Probably a good time in the cycle now for some of those smaller companies coming through. They should be able to be, if they're not takeover targets, they need to do something, and we're heavily involved there in the small company sector. We've got what we regard as the best of the fund managers there trying to benefit from that. Just turning to some of the government news, a couple of things there. Deeming rates, the deeming is going up. What that means is that if you're being calculated for Centrelink purposes based on your income, your Centrelink will go down slightly. The key to this now is that we invest any money that is, if I can say it, call, that we actively manage that properly. We are getting yields in the sixes out there, so ideally don't leave too much money lying around. Let us work with you to at least get a better yield on that. Other aspect in the property sector now, the first home owners scheme, this 5% we kept talking about being brought forward now to the 1st of October. That should stimulate the property market. Common sense says if you can get into the property market as a younger age as possible, that has to be a good thing. It may not be a perfect property. You no longer need a 20% deposit to get into the market. And a lot of this is intergenerational. You talk about the bank of mum and dad. So we're very, very active there trying to get our next generation, our children, through into property at as young ages as we can, providing that is sustainable. They do need to have a good job. But with that behind them, that should just really help them 5-10 years forward. Long and the short is you'd expect property to do well. Looking at the data there, August was strong. Coming into spring, you'd expect that to continue to move on from there. Locally, we've got a seminar coming up where actively working in all of this estate planning, intergenerational wealth. This is a big issue, particularly on the beaches here. So do come along if you're able to. What we're trying to do here is to make sure that your wishes are clearly documented. There is a clear succession planning and as little legal arguments as possible down the track. Finally, we're increasing our team here. The demand for financial planning never been stronger. We want the advisors advising, doing as little kind of back office stuff as possible. So if you can support us with paperwork, with these online DocuSigns, etc., that will just mean that we can be utterly focused on really being relevant to your current circumstances. So in aggregate, I think yes, markets are probably fully priced, but the reality is that I've seen a lot worse. I look at the US at the moment. I think one of the key trends is Trump now starting to get a slice of companies. He's had a crack with the tariffs. Now he's got 15% of Nvidia if they are buying off the Chinese. Similar thing with Intel. So the next step in this is to kind of effectively annex part of a company that's listed and redirect some of those earnings to the US Treasury. They can use that to reduce debt, to perhaps improve tax situations there. So it is, they're just testing the market there. They need to be careful. Hopefully those things will be reasonably steady now. I think the absolute key is utilising artificial intelligence wisely. There's plenty of room for this to be abused and to swim outside the flags. We do need to keep that self-discipline in what we're doing. Certainly internally we are very, very focused on that. So I look forward to seeing you at the seminar in a few weeks. Tony Virtue, when experience pays.